Salutation, folks. Oh, thanks for coming by Twitch. Thanks for coming by YouTube, checking out my VODs and whatnot. I am playing Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and I'm Zera Nephi, or you can call me Zera, or simply Z. The character we're playing today is Grey Earl the Second. Let me click on this real quick. There we go. I don't want to change his name. Way to do that. And profession name. Change base appearance and name. Okay, so it's Y. I'm gonna call him Grey Earl the Second. And now we also have a numbering system, so that works as well. Turn on the volume ever so slightly. There you go. Okay. So now that we're out here, we get to wait for the map to pop up. So we know we've been down here before. We got a variety of fruit juices. Food. We're tired as well. So maybe the goal here is to just go to sleep. Which is kind of counter to all the fun things, but I think that would be the best method right now. I'm going to close all the doors. Thought the safest thing we could do. And this is where we fall asleep for a moment. I know that's what we did last week. We just waited and got sick, and then died. But, you know, what it is. That was entirely on me. Well, a good portion of it's on me. Didn't have to drink that dirty toilet water. I had the means to clean it. But that's what I get for relying on old information. I thought I was safe. I was just gonna get, you know, mildly stomach issues or something and just pass it through. That was a big ol' no. Hey Zealous, how's it going? Well, this boy's getting thirsty quick. I don't mind fast metabolism, but I don't remember taking a large thirst. Okay, I don't see anything. So we're just gonna pop some, you know, let's get some pineapple juice. Oh, that doesn't count for eating like an animal. Okay, neat. We have a variety of bottles on us. Looks like. I'll stick with the empty bottle. Alright, it is dark out. That is not dark out. Alright, so first things first. I don't know, I'll head to the cabin again. Wonder if the stuff respawns. Or changes even. Same world, but I would suspect no. At least with building stuff. But they might have changed some things. Who knows? Hey, raspberry bushes are bad to walk through? Didn't know that. As Grey Earl walks through, searching through the brush, looking for things to eat or just grab. He considers the thought. Does he clearly saw his own body on the ground before dragging it almost into the slime goos. But was that him? Was that a clone? Or was he the clone? It's clear that the other one was first. And died first. Maybe a defect. It's nothing like the s'more project. Oh, need to make a wide berth around this area. Zachary Gill disappears. Alright, so it looks like this is what to be expected. Oh well. We did get a level of survival, so that's cool. Let's pop on the building real quick. We get to see further away. Or so I thought. Really? Huh. We carried weight. We're not... I guess it's the encumbrance that makes a difference. Thankfully, we're parkour experts. Actually, are we? Yes, we are. Would have been kind of weird to be a ninja without parkour expert, right? Alright. Let's keep going this way a little bit longer. We'll head back, and you know what? We'll follow this trail. Why not? And we'll head south afterwards. Our goal for now is nice. Goal's to find like a city of some sort. See if we can get some cooking gear, get started, you know? Oh, that's neat. Okay. I might have to consider walking away from this one. Any more ants? Just one? Ooh, that's a thing of some sort. Fence. Hey. Okay. Nice. Wow. Oh, I guess the makeshift crowbar can do it. Well, how about we just ask for... Oh, wrong door. Watch a portal storm happen. And the door's already busted. Okay. We'll grab some nice butter, some hard cheeses. I mean, a bunch of food, not the worst idea. Actually, can we make a sandwich? Looks like most of the stuff is there. Food. No. Okay, that's fine. I should have just grabbed the stuff. I guess it's a little hard to make a sandwich without bread. Giant ant just chilling out there. Really? Well, that would have been nice. Well, what kind of spell is it? Well, okay. And I don't have room for that. Okay, an ogre? We see an ogre. It's a green beast known for living in swamps and eating humans. It'll kill anything it gets its hands on. Loves donkeys. A wand of magic missiles. Okay, so maybe we'll, see, liquids right now are the more important thing. So... How about we pop a few of these dinosaur eggs? And hope we don't get sick from it, because I just thought about that. Okay. Alright. Can we grab that wand? No. Still cannot. Oh, we have plenty of bottles just laying there. That's not... They're not worth much volume anymore. The empty plastic bottles. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's just one. Let's get a few more things down. Discount card. A bunch of spell books, which... If we had a vehicle, this would be, of course, easier. We could create a storage container and drag it around. That might be the best method, since Mr. Grey Earl here cannot have a... well, he can't have any easy bags right now. Oh, but we can pick up that wand, so... Problem solved, I suppose. Let's close those windows. Huh. Oh. Nice little piles of honeydew. I believe I will. Massive spiders, a couple of aphids. Alright. We're noticed by the aphids, but not by any... Oh wow, there's a pile of them around here. We can capture these things. They're... I mean, as you can see, they're a source of food. Let's label that. Let's see. We're aphids. Okay. We might come back. Good chance of no, but... Ooh, eye drops. Mr. Man here is not immune to any effects that affect eyes, so there is that. Okay. We should probably get away from here. So we're going to head south. Maybe away from the swamps. Actually, I'm also testing... well, my luck, really. Okay, we're getting a little lag. Game lag. Well, let's let it... Oh, I just can't walk there. Just brain lag at that point. Alright, we're also kind of testing our luck by going through the woods like this, come to think of it. We can't quite take on a owlbear very easily. A moose is one thing, which they're still pretty bad to deal with. I've been pretty lucky with moose, though. They don't seem to be giving me any issues. Most of the time I run into them. Even with, I'm assuming this character has animal discord. Yep. Even with animal discord. Or maybe because I do have animal discord. Huh. Like, they'll clearly get hostile with me if I get close, but I just generally leave them alone. Just like how you're supposed to kind of do it anyways. Huh. Can't pick them up? Okay, so we've hit our limit. Now I'm checking my stuff. Just checking my survival. We got 1 in survival and a 38%. Not bad. And that's just from what we just did. Going through the woods doing this. Okay. Keep heading west. Or east, I mean. So, Zealous. Oh. Where are we now? Okay. Um, how'd your character die in the on the aircraft carrier? Oh, wait, right. I believe you said that was your flotation device kind of popped. Well, you didn't say that. You said you don't trust flotation devices, which I suppose would lead to that. But it could be some sort of crazy harebrained story where you like walked into a portal storm or something. Boat went bang, and your character couldn't swim. Well, most of them can't. At least this what it seems like. Shimmering spider. Alright. We don't need to deal with that crap. Too heavy with 4 armies worth of rounds in his pockets. Oh. Oh man. I am laughing with you. I mean, at least it's not like you decided to drink, 15 or 16 units of dirty toilet water and yeah, and just slowly died out over the course of 6 hours. I got off the boat, so I'm gonna call that a half win. That's true. That's one way of doing it. And if you keep playing in the same world, if you get enough bodies, you might be able to just walk across the your corpses. Pretty sure it doesn't work that way, but you're pretty morbid. Ooh, b-ball. I could just eat it too. Not very enjoyable, but... You like an animal? You like an animal. Okay. I saw the carrier for like half a bit, just to see if it'll work for me. And yeah, it works. And the character build I tried, I thankfully didn't go in blind completely. That would have been, that character would not have worked. So this character will be the last character that is addicted to everything. Aside from the s'more. That's a standard for the s'more. That's just how she exists. Alright. Taking a small chance going through the woods. Maybe I could go... Yeah, maybe I could just walk through the woods. Yeah, I'll walk through the woods. I do have an escape spell with a very large chance of failure. Interesting. Oh, because I don't have spellcraft. Right, right. This character just popped out of the bats. I'm gonna say it's the last iteration of the Earl Grey Earls. Now, is there expiration on these? Does not look like it. Okay. I like that start. So much combat, kind of the opposite to the average. It is, yeah. It's a mess. I survived for a few hours, and that's all I was aiming for. Not in real gameplay, in game time. Now, whether or not I actually survive next time, who knows? I should have had safe mode on this whole time. I'm not paying attention as close as I could. Mindlessly picking through brush. I know some of these leaves can be used for something. Yeah, they have, they have some nutrition. Yeah, nothing for leaves right there. Alright, so we find ourselves here. I know to the east is a forge. So, one difference I did with the s'more is just like her first incarnation, she's highly intelligent. Pretty average. Oh, hey. How's it going, Nutricitrus? Howdy, always fun seeing CDDA streamers. Well, thanks for coming by. Oh my goodness, is this a good word? Oh. Okay, fine. Fine. Can I drag this thing around? Oh my god, I could drag the car around. Did they change that? Or is it because I'm just huge? Huh. Neat. I'll take that. You have 24 strength. Oh, I was trying with a character with higher strength than this before, and it wasn't pulling a vehicle. Going well. Played a bit of my brushcraft character. Built a small cottage, built a water canal to it, and dragged a wood stove half across the map for it. How are you? I'm doing alright. This is my second incarnation of the Gray Earl, an elephant man, which is why his strength is so high. I figured he kind of works. He is a Kilophant is the background, basically a mutated enforcer. He is a bit of a genetic mess, and the one thing he's got going for him is he's very strong. How tiring is pulling a vehicle? Huh. Yeah, dang, that's a lot of traits. Yeah, this is actually on the lesser end of how I often do my characters. Just dragging his car around. Wait, what's that? Okay. You know what? Just... There we go. So, this boy here started addicted to everything, and I had to deal with that mess. And, let's see. I think that was his only real merit aside from starting in the labs. Unfortunately, I started a whole new character. Not a whole new world, though. The previous one died from a lot of sicknesses. I drank the toilet water without boiling it first. He was mutating still. He had a lot of problems. This boy had a lot of problems. And, unfortunately, he just kind of succumbed to all the sicknesses. He fell unconscious on the ground and froze to death. Which, I mean, shouldn't have been that cold. Yeah, no wheels. Okay, it's worth checking. Gotta love those moments. Oh, it dragged on. I'll say that much. Let's just bring this vehicle with us. It dragged on. It was a character I was hoping that would survive, which, I mean, I try to make every character survive, you know? He made it for a little while. Mostly dragging his vehicle around because it's not tiring for some reason. The character spent 1 week with muscle spasms because she ate too much mutant meat. Oh, and once it finally passed, she got a cold. Took a week to get rid of that too. Oh man, yeah, that sucks. Oh boy, enhanced electric motor. I've never seen that. Bad panda. Okay. Are you on experimental? Yes I am. Water purification tablets? You know what? Let's drag all the stuff out of this vehicle into this one. Then we'll drag this vehicle around like a Neanderthal. Alright. On the pavement. Bagnabbit. There it is. Okay. Now we'll drag this vehicle around. I'm sure that's just a... Is that... Okay, it disappears. Nice. I really want to get into the electric wiring with the grid system. It seems so nice. It sounds cool. Headless zombie to the south. Okay. Not usually a problem for Mr. Man here. Alright. Let go of this vehicle. It's not really tiring at all. Huh. Now, I did learn something recently, that being in a big, like a vehicle, will actually hurt us. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Okay. We gore the headless zombie, and we thrash him about. And we're bleeding out a little bit. Minor bleeding. So much damage, I know. That is part of having a stupidly high strength. Oh, I forgot to drop off my shotgun. Well, let's drop this and pretend we're gonna deal with our wounds. Actually, we can drop our gloves too, right? There it is. And that helps with our health care ever so slightly. Okay. We're gonna drop off our shotgun because we can't even use it. Or our pistol. Giving NPCs the right to shoot us. You put pressure on your wound? Yep, by standing still. Now, if you're like Mr. Man here and has way too much encumbrance, like wearing thick gloves, will get in the way. Of course, I'm gonna pretend they're really thick gloves, like cooking mitts or something. But hand encumbrance will do that. Always use bandages. Bandages are usually the better method, but if you have no other things, you could just have make sure your hands are free of an item, and if you have low hand encumbrance, you can usually cover your wounds better. Pressure on it, anyways. And if you're like me, and you just feel only comfortable when you have way too much torso encumbrance, try to drop your bags before fighting anyone. Oh boy. See, this is part of the problem. I can't wear items. Most of them. I could pick up these backpacks, but I can't wear them. Yeah. So, wonderful. That's part of the fun with this game. So much to know. Always learning something new. Yep. I really enjoy that aspect of this. Stylish reading glasses, but we're not really worried about being stylish. And it's still too small. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Please tell me that's big enough. Hiking backpack. Yes. We are freakishly huge, which means going inside of vehicles is going to be painful for us. I'm going to test to see if there's ways to get around that problem. Probably no roof is the only way. What's in the pockets? Oh, there it is. Sports drink, some beer, and a file. Alright. So, now we have a hiking bag. We're going to label this. Actually. Where's our slings? Two. There we go. And then we're going to wear one of these two. Now, our encumbrance of the torso is going to be something insane. Now we're going to really want to keep these in decent condition. Us making new clothes is going to be really hard. It's like the Hulk driving a moped car. It kind of is. The sad part is Mr. Man here, Gray Earl, is a helicopter pilot. So I was actually intending on breaking apart a vehicle, helicopter, and fixing one up to be a proper helicopter. I don't have any idea how that's going to turn out. Ooh, oh, too small. So big backpacks we can work with. And it's worth looking at. I can tear these clothes apart too. So maybe what I can do is do a bit of this. Go near the car, and we're just going to use this vehicle as a means to that's one hell of a gotta be one hell of a helicopter. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so let's look through this just real quick, make sure there's nothing we care about. Doesn't look like anything. So we're just going to tear it apart, and that might give us some tailoring. No. Fabrication? Looks like a little bit, but we can probably make a spoon and it'll give us fabrication. Which might be a good idea in a bit. Alright, so for those of you who don't know what this menu is, it's basically an advanced inventory menu. The left side, or whichever side you're on, is the from side, and the other side is the to. So if I'm over here, it's going from here to here. So I'm going to select all around me, and I'm going to put it into car. Let's try that again. Oops. Oh, I can drag it into the car? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. There we go. Alright. So left side is everywhere there. So I'm going to make sure it goes into the vehicle. Okay. So apparently I dropped the shotgun on the ground again. Alright. Don't need the backpack. I'm going to check that wallet real quick just to make sure it doesn't have anything I need. No. Leather patches? Yes. So we might need these to repair our current clothing, because making new ones are going to be really hard. It's problem with being a Mr. Big Man. Synthetic fabric, huh? Neat. We got some cotton patches and felt. Now, I'm not sure how to make this, make a whole pile up here to the next side. Just don't know. But we've piled it all into the car, and unfortunately this thing doesn't have the means to drive. Lack of control. I kind of want to drag this thing around because of the advanced electric motor. I am a huge fan of electric cars. Don't have to worry about gas. Now, something I'm going to have to consider is we don't have binoculars, do we? So we're not seeing very far. Our visibility range is pretty bad. Turn on safe mode. Oh, there, never mind. And we run into a new enemy. We run into a Tengu thug. A tall person with a red face and a long nose, covered in black feathers with wings on its back, wearing a kimono with a mischievous look in an eye. With a quick glance, you can also spot its sharp claws and a wooden club by its belt. It is on the yokai and chaos side. Nice. It is clearly hostile. We're just going to drag this vehicle, you know, quietly. Two Tengu thugs, so that could be a problem if they got aggroed to us. I'm a little curious if the Tengus actually are hostile to zombies. Alright, we'll just keep going. Are they following me? No. We're gonna take a moment to look through some brush. There would be more than that. So the previous person we were playing, Tengu masks are kind of silly. Not gonna lie, they are kind of silly. The previous character we had was Crumbles, a man made of sugar. We unfortunately ran into the issue of we got injured, and one of the body parts of his right arm or something got infected. We because the people made of sugar cannot take antibiotics. Oh, hey, thank you very much, Nuka. Or, well, I'll just call you Nuke. The wound became septic, and we just kind of died with a smile on our face. We died with a doctor just watching over us. Couldn't medically help us, but, you know. Yeah, most people would just call me Nuke. Cool. Okay. Wait. Really? People weren't, not even a bonus in health? Somebody hates garlic. Alright. We're gonna stop by that rural house. Okay, we got safe mode on. We gotta be careful-ish. Now, one of the challenges for this character here is that he cannot can't fit through windows either. Okay. He cannot use guns. He can use spells though. Tofu. Alright, there's a bit of food here. This is not a bad place to stop. You know, stop here for a while and check things out. We're gonna grab the battery, that's good. Lighter. We'll take the permanent marker, mainly because if anyone ever asks me to rename an item, I will. A kettle. Good for boiling, not great for cooking otherwise. Same. Honestly, was hoping for a cooking utensil. Damn it. Well, what about you? We do need long string for something. I kind of forgot what, though. Well, for a lot of things, actually, but Kefia. See, our boy is pretty big, so there's not many things that'll fit him. Oh! Long string's all just right next to me, so all I need is a sheet. Door's already open. That's not suspicious. Alright, so cotton balls, can they be used for anything? Fight a wound. Okay, we'll do that. Get really good at making and make your own clothes. That is the trick. Huh. Some of these things actually fit me. Neat. Somebody was pretty big. Check the books out. Big book of first aid. We got food here. We got resources. We don't have way too much water. Do we? All we need for you. All we need is a pool of water just laying around. Now, they did make it so some pools that are laying around are finite. Only so much. But that's fine. We got plenty of beverages. Probably plenty in here too. Oh yeah, I got oranges. That's not really a beverage. Tomato is. You know what? We'll just pop that. Okay. We ate like an animal, because I keep forgetting about that. Alright. Oh, we also have a mood swing. Oh, a positive one. Nice. Okay, so let's stop for a moment, and let's read about the big book of first aid. We'll learn a bit about first aid. While we have the sun out, all that jazz. We got most of the day to do this. Gotta wonder though, characters too big to even sit in cars. How big were ordinary humans? Living in New England, if you can find clothes that fit him. I mean, there are some big people out there. He's probably gonna have to like find, I mean, baggy clothes that a football player would, wear. You know, like a really big one. We are very thirsty for some reason. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. We go back to reading first aid. Hopefully we can get through this. Oh, fine. Let's grab that chair. Now you can read a little faster when you're in chairs, so let's, just stop here. Actually, how's our warmth? We're okay. Damn. I'm just gonna pop my flashlight. Got a letter. Now I do that. Read for a little while, get my first aid to at least level 1. Okay. That's a dead battery. Perfect. Okay. There's some stout. We just recovered from being an alcoholic. But maybe not. I mean, this is actually one of the better ones. Wow. Minus the health. So let's grab that chair, drag it over here, turn off that flashlight. We'll eat some pineapple in the dark. Pound that pineapple away. Okay. I'm gonna check the bedrooms real quick for a blanket. Okay, there's one. Not a second one. Shame. So we're going to be using the one blanket we have to make this a cafe. Oh, the strings aren't around. Okay, let's go grab them. Sure, they were around here somewhere. Okay. Really? Oh, it says one string. Okay. So we tear down the curtains. We get a few long strings from the curtains. You don't have to, I must have grabbed all those too. Okay. So now we can make it. See, just to make sure, is there anything else we could have made? No. 6 sheets? I don't remember grabbing 6 sheets. And we'll grab, where the cafe? Look at that. Fancy. Alright. Where's the sheets? Oh! Duh. So I didn't have to use the blanket. Huh. Well, isn't that convenient? We can drop the blanket down here. Now, we can close the windows. Oh. Close that window. How about we go to the one with less windows? There we go. And the further away from the main window, the better. Time to go to bed, but I'll watch a bit longer. Good luck surviving. Hey, thanks for coming by, Nuka. Nuke, I meant. If you wanted to watch any more episodes and you happen to miss me on stream, I do have, all my episodes are on YouTube. So the links are down below. And if you just want to hang out on Discord and ask questions or BS, well, I am there as well. You have a good night, Nuke. I know you're going to be around for a little bit longer, but still. All the save is taking a little bit. Alright, time to drink a little coffee. Perfect, and I got something to listen to tomorrow when I drive the truck. Hey, cool. Yeah, see you later. Yeah. I will warn you that this series so far has been Well, you already know how that one kind of turned out, but if you just want to watch it to listen to me babble about drinking dirty water, that was unfortunate. Okay, so I just need to turn off the water, change my... Trying to think of what I need to do. Fairly wounds. Which letter is that? A. Perfect. You don't even need a bandage. Alright, so with that, we're unhappy because we're craving fire. Oh, hey, we got a nice morale boost from eating with a table and chair. Well, a little bit of one anyways. Alright, let's sleep. We save the game because that's a good habit. We try to sleep even though we're not super tired. Okay, that's taking a bit. Oh, there you go. I know the struggle of trying to fall asleep when your brain is still going. Gray Earl just lays there, thinking about, was he the original, or was he the clone? Does it matter? Doesn't know. Alright. How many more beverages do I have? Okay. We're doing okay. I'm gonna drop off these bottles for now. Oh, they're not really worth putting away. Okay. And we'll eat a little bit of mugwort. It's not very enjoyable, but better than nothing. Okay, so we're driving a car around. What else can we think about doing? I don't think we're quite in a good enough spot to think about just stopping here. I was wondering if I can make myself a wooden wheel. I thought I did that before. Let me, let's go check out this pen. There might be something crazy in there. Or nothing. Bird food. Oop. Okay, not much. Perfectly fine. Okay, let's equip our baton. I'd rather have my weapon in my hand. And because it's not a valid ninjutsu weapon, we'll switch to brawling. We might find ourselves a ninjutsu weapon one day. Well, more than likely will. We climb on top of the building. Really is not giving us much much to work with there. Drink a little bit of pineapple juice. Right. We'll see if there's a car to our east. Sometimes there is one. Okay, it keeps going. Well. Now, we're drinking our juice. It's given us a little bit of vitamin C. So one of the problems with our character is a bit wildly overweight. It says healthy, it's really not. It's tanking our health stat. So, okay, does it see me? Of course. Just drag this thing around. Wait. Extra light frame too. Could I just take this apart? How easily could I do this? So what I'm curious about is what if I can change this vehicle? Like how difficult would it be to remove controls. I might be able to remove another, I can pull this car apart until it's basically a modified motorcycle. Oh! We're going back to the house. Pond. Yeah, we can grab some water there. Nice dirty toilet water. Okay. There was a reason why we're pulling this vehicle around. Aside from the fact that it's comical that I'm able to do this. Without effort, mind you. Oh, I could use this to bash... Can I use this to bash down a wall? Oh, I am curious. Let's test. No. No, I kind of want this vehicle put together. Okay, so... Yes, hopefully. Okay. How long will it take to take this apart? Quite a while, I'm imagining. 24 minutes. So each tile is about an hour? I don't have a jacking tool. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And the Dilophosaurus is just chilling over there. That's fine. Okay. The tool is over here. Perfect. So... Huh. Trying to consider what I want. See, what I could do is make a modified motorcycle. So it's just like 3 long, without a roof. Use a crap car as a test. You should make a battering ram if it works. Yeah, I'll certainly give that a try as soon as I find a car in the like a city. I'm gonna go around the roadblock for sure. Okay. You know what? I'll come back to this later. Remember the car location. Because, yeah, it has batteries, it has motors in it. It doesn't have solar panels, but that's okay, I guess. I can still drag this thing around. But maybe I'll leave this here. I'll, yeah, a bunch of food just sitting here. Didn't mean to grab the eggs. Whoops. Okay, this is fine. We're walking away. Yeah, I want to actually use that as a template to make a modified electric vehicle, like a bike. I'm gonna need solar panels for that too, though. I kind of like how this character is turning out to be a very anti-ninja. But I guess that's what I get for having, basically making an elephant. Alright. A bunch of zombies, not a big deal. I do want to make sure that my encumbrance is lower. So, what I could do is drop my bags. And you'll see that my encumbrance is lowered. Ooh, I didn't notice this. Is there really that much encumbrance? I didn't know that Cafe was 10 encumbrance. Wow. I'm honestly surprised. Okay. Okay. I put a label on the map just to make sure I know where my stuff is. Okay, how many of them are coming? That should be enough. Alright, so the bushes will give us some leeway. And we are deaf right now. Okay. So, any one of the other ones didn't? Okay. So we'll take out the earplugs. Somehow I didn't notice the crunchy sounds of walking around. We're going to drag these bodies away. Okay. Let's see the what's on these bodies. A flyer, since we can't help ourselves but to read these things. This is an advertisement for a death metal band, Roxanne and the Soul-Crushing Inui. Known for mixing their ear-blasting riffs and chipper interludes of classic 50s doo-wop. The art depicts a zombified version of the Betty Crocker-esque housewife slamming on a spike-encrusted electric guitar. Sounds cool. Let's see what else. This flyer says, "This is a public warning from the federal government." The brief message, repeated in several languages, reads, "The President of the United States has declared unilateral martial law to be in effect for the 48 contiguous states in response to the ongoing national crisis. Continue to shelter in place until evacuated to an appropriate emergency management camp by authorized military personnel. A 24-hour curfew has been established. This curfew will remain in effect until further notice. Stay indoors. Violators will be shot on sight." See, that's fun, right there. Getting shot? Good stuff. Nothing here. Okay. Oh, I did want to butcher these bodies, though. We're going to dismember all the corpses. There we go. We were hoping to learn a little bit about carving, but we didn't. Okay, so that's not the one we need to do then. We're not in pain. Our stamina is decent. We'll take a breath, make sure our stamina is like evened out. And zombie cop and a child shows up. Oh, we can't open that? And we feel guilty. Killing a child zombie. Well, this is going to tank our focus in short time. Oh yeah, our dodge is 0, isn't it? So it almost doesn't matter if we get grabbed. The reason why it does matter is because it does slow us down. We're just going to crush these ones for good measure. Yeah, this is, for now, easy-ish, until we start running into the other zombies. And it will not take us long. Because, yeah. We have the mutation factor up pretty high. Where are we? Police department. Okay, explains why I smell bacon. No, I'm kidding. That's why there's so many police cops. Is that redundant, police cops? I feel like that's redundant. Can I bash down walls? No. Okay. That felt beefy, just crash nothing down. Earl human throws a rock at me. I do believe we have an infinite source of rocks. Oh, it only has so many? Sucks to be you. Yeah, okay. So I don't have a way of opening that without a lockpick, which we can make outside. Leather wallet with a couple bucks. We'll take the money. Anything else I want? Everything's too small. So we'll just pulp this. Or do the wallet and move on. Oh, hi, how's it going? Alright. Blood everywhere, just like we imagined it. We'll drag the bodies out of the way and go upstairs. Check our stamina. It shouldn't really lower much. We are very high in strength. Oh, check the wallet. That's a lot of loyalty cards. I've known some people that are a bit too loyal for certain places. Okay. It's like certain food places are just, they can't do any wrong, even when they do. Evidence locker, we can't do anything with that because we are not computer literate. Ooh, what's this? Oh, toilet paper. That actually makes sense. Huh. Imagine the thinnest, most disposable paper you can possibly make. Now imagine something thinner than that. Huh. I'm honestly impressed that there's toilet paper now. Although my, I guess I have a low bar for... Oh, we're in a big place. Hello. Okay. Are we talking like a mall situation here? I should be a little bit more careful since we don't have a way of disinfecting our wounds. Yeah. Nope, nope, walk away. There we go. So we're going to find a crap car, as Celis put it, and we're going to see how well it... See if it's friendly with, you know, buildings or not. A tourniquet, a bandage. You know what, let's grab that stuff. We don't need the tourniquet. But the bandage, yes. We're in a bad spot if we need a tourniquet. Expandable baton. It's not bad for a backup one. How's our current one? Not damaged yet. We're gonna drop the ammo. Oh, we dropped our bags a while ago. That explains... Yeah, this... Yeah, okay. So anything we try to grab here is going to be kind of pointless. So what's in our... So we got bandoliers, which the coverage is... What's 100%? Oh, for the waist. Right. Right. It's a bit of encumbrance we don't need. I'm going to drop it off, put it in the bag. Actually, I'm going to go do that now, once I crush the bodies anyways. Too small. What's in here? Oh, okay, plates. And I'll take the battery from the flashlight. Alright. Does our baton conduct electricity? It does. Okay, I was actually going to say no, but I guess it does. Alright, so we're going to fall back. We're going to drop off our bandoliers. Any extra encumbrance we don't need, we're going to drop it off. So our bags are further? There it is. I'm glad that we labeled that. We're going to pick them up. We're going to be next to the police station. Okay. Oh, well, here we go. Got rid of that police officer. Or zombie cop, I should say. Didn't mean to put it that way. Let me just take that a couple steps back. I was like, whoops. Alright. We're gonna just take all the batteries, jeez. Huh. Alright. Okay, so we'll wear the hiking backpack. We're going to take off some clothes that we don't need. The holster is on our hip, which can carry a plastic bottle or some such, so sure. We're keeping our SWAT armor because that's giving us some decent protection. The shotgun bandoliers are not necessary. In fact, 7115. Yeah, it's actually giving us a fair amount of torso encumbrance back. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, this has given us some room to work with. 67 items. Oh, a bunch of money cards and other weird things. Some medical gloves, which we don't need. Oh, right, because we uncovered the other thing. And a medium battery, which is probably for a stun gun. Okay, so we got a few things. We're going to drop our bags off here. And you'll note our encumbrance now went below 40. Great. Now for now, this is easy combat. It's going to get really bad when we start running into the tougher zombies. Alright. So, what else do we need to remove? Ah, this, yes. So, it's got a bunch of stuff in it. Does it even have our flashlight? It does. Can we put our baton away? No. Can we put it away now? Okay. This belt can carry a lot. 2.4 volume. It's not bad. Okay. We'll carry our baton. Oh. Okay, never mind. Alright, now we move on. Now we can't pick up anything yet, but I'd rather clear this place out first. Now I'm intentionally walking around in the dark. We have some decent night vision. Now if there's any shadowy zombies out there, we won't see them until they're right next to us. Bleach. Can we use bleach? No. Okay. Was hoping. So we'll eventually run into a way to disinfect ourselves. Alright, how's it going? Oversized crow. Oh, was that a okay, hedge maze, just a regular one. I will say I kind of miss on our previous version of the Gray Earl. I kind of missed the venom we had. That was kind of cool. I like that they added alcohol wipes for disinfecting now. Oh, that is cool. Any of these guys see me? No. tablet, and a laptop. You know what? Let's bring these over here. Tablet we need. Laptop, I'll take both. Now the reason why is so we can learn computers. Another laptop. At this point I'm just going to grab the battery. Yeah. Precise Crow. What happens when you get you know, full of yourself after a couple movies. Alright. Those places, yeah, just like I expected. I don't know why I'm dragging these things over here. Probably shouldn't be. I'll drag them up here, and that should be good. You can find an old pack of them, but they aren't as effective. They're better than not having one. I'm gonna have to be kind of careful about that. Another heavy-duty battery. I mean, I'll take all the batteries. Thank you very much. Earplugs deputy badge. Ooh, we can wear that police belt. Where can we? Too small. Eh. That's what I get for thinking. Alright. Blurry picture of a scowling cartoon ape. That amuses me. Alright, let's look at it. From Crazy Cataclysm. Can I use it? No? Oh! I should use one of these visitor passes. So I'm going to use one of these. Right. So, oh, hey, I am in a town. Like, I guess I should have suspected. We're gonna have to go hit that sometime. I haven't yet to challenge that. Was it TCL? TCL, yep. So we're gonna have to make that a stream someday. I know plenty of people have done it, but I have yet to do it with another character in a while. Kevlar vest. So, could I take this apart? Get thread out of it. Cut. Get 16 after 20 hours of disassembling. Damn. The 16-layer Kevlar. Something tells me I don't think it should take that long. Let's see if we can drag it to our spot. Anything else I want to take apart? No. Alright, so I kind of want to... There it is, yeah. Although it wasn't 16, it wasn't disassembled. But it was ripped apart, and I got some layered Kevlar. That's something I should consider doing. You can't use those. What is this thing made of? Steel another? Feeling blind right now. Oh well. I'll have to live with it. Okay, so we takes 1 second and we get 4 more layered panels, just like I was hoping. If we get enough of those, we can make our own survivor gear. We can make it extra large as well. That'll be a big thing for us. Clothes-wise, anyways. Okay, so maybe what we could do is bash down one of these lockers. I think that's enough to make just one hit. That felt nice. Alright, so that is enough to make a lockpick. Then we can make the better ones. Oh no. These are lockpicking 3. Why would I... Oh. Okay. So, we'll make 4. It's going to take us a while.
Actually, let's stop for a moment. Okay. I'd rather not use up our battery, even... Oh, there's a workout station. Alright, so let's see if we can make it work now. Plus, zombie spotted. Down the way. Thank you to everyone who supported me through the streams and videos. My awesome wife, my awesome moderator, along with my subscribers on Twitch. And a huge thank you to those who simply watch the videos and just lurk during the streams. I also want to thank my Patreon support. Thank you, Zayla Darkwater. If you liked the video, please follow the channel and share the video. Have a good day.